follow me around, and I could use that in my life. I might be a little bit more organized. So thanks, Ant. I appreciate you. So guys, super excited to be on here today. My name's Andrea, if you don't know me, and I've had the privilege of working with Coach Palmer going on 10 years now, and I help out when I can. So that's why I'm on here today. Is that pinch hitting? I think that I'm not super sporty, so I'm probably gonna screw up the terms, but I'm filling in for him and coming to you guys today. So super excited to be on here with Coach Myra and bring to you of relevant. I was thinking about is actually a Zoom that I was on the other day with Coach and Anthony, and just talking the word relevant. So that's kind of where it came from. But the definition is, good morning, is closely connected or appropriate to what is being done or considered, and appropriate to the current time period or circumstance of contemporary. And I kind of feel like there's like two different ways to be relevant, right? Or different ways that we can think about it. Like, is it relevant to the world today? And then is it relevant kind of closer to home to the people around you? And one thing I read that said, it's much harder to be relevant than it is to be successful. And that's so true. We can all go make money. We can all go do things to be successful, but are we really relevant? Because if you think about it, if you think the description or the definition, if you get a flat tire, in that moment, it feels pretty relevant. It feels pretty important. You're stuck on the side of the road. But a picture is not relevant anymore because it's just such a small thing. So to be relevant, you need to be connected to a larger scheme, a grander plan, like a bigger piece of the puzzle. So another thing I read about relevance is never being without job security, right? So if you're relevant to your organization, you don't ever have to worry about the door getting closed behind you. And I thought that was pretty powerful. And what happened on our Zoom the other day, Coach was talking about some people on the team that have made themselves indispensable, right? And I think we all see his face on here. I think at the beginning of this call, you can get spoiled by it, right? Sorry, Ant. We can get spoiled and be like, oh, Ant will help, because he's become a part of every piece of our puzzle. So definitely, but isn't that a space to be, right? And I think about, my journey with my company. Truly, I'm a kind of a back of the room person. If you guys know me at all, you know this. I like to sit quiet. I keep my camera off. I'm not really looking to be seen, right? But then that also means that I'm not relevant. I'm not helping anybody, right? I'm not getting out there and making a difference. Nobody's going to notice if I walk out of the room, right? Which isn't a great place to be business-wise, right? Might not be great in your life either, but definitely not if you're trying to create a future for yourself with a company. So looked up a couple of ways to be, right? So I found, and I think we're gonna move my notes are moving across the page. Sorry guys, we're just moving around the room. I think the biggest way is to bring more value to more people. And again, we're seeing that with Ant. He has been helped. If you're a team in any way, you've been helped by Anthony Moreland. You just have, right? And so what value I'd say is sit back, and I don't know what you do. I don't want to step off into a different career I don't know anything about. But just bring more value. I think of Dwight, right? Some of my mornings, Dwight Owens, he's actually on here. I've had a few mornings where my day was just made because he brought value to me he sent me a little sunshine via text message. And it was probably, 30 seconds on his part, but I walked with it all day. That feeling stuck with me all day, and it's a great feeling. And I think about, we could all do that. We can go drop this little bit of sunshine in lives all around the world every single day and be relevant to more people just by spreading a little bit of love, right? So thanks for that. Appreciate that. Take more action, right? So whatever we're doing in our world, just do a little bit more, right? Do a little bit more activity that we need to do to be successful around our organization, whatever it may be it a school or a restaurant or your own business, whatever it may be. Take more action because you'll be more relevant to more people. Another thing is just be more empathetic. So if you can sit across from somebody and you can truly try to feel what they're feeling and step into their shoes, you're going to be more relevant to them because you're going to be related, right? There's going to be that. Oh, I'm off the camera. I disappeared. Achieve more mastery. So this is huge. And I think this goes back to kind of one of the things that we've talked about. If you're part of the team, this big event that Coach Palmer's putting on for us, he's allowing us to participate in something to allow ourselves to create mastery in our chosen profession, right? I'm a network marketer. If you guys are on, you all probably, or many of you know that. And we have a choice to be an amateur or we have a choice to be a professional. And by choosing to master a profession, we will be more relevant in it. And that relevance typically relates to a paycheck. And then lastly, be more authentic. And I think this, in my very not so humble, if you guys know me, I'm super not humble, sorry. My not so humble opinion, I think this is probably one of the biggest problems with the world today. I have a teenage daughter, I adore her, she's fantastic, but I hate that she's on social media because we have a lot of conversations about what's getting put out there and it's not authentic. It's these, personas or these facades that people are putting in their life. And truly, in my opinion, what that's doing, it's erasing the person. It's making them completely irrelevant because since they're not being themselves, hold up, that's funny, my hand disappears. Since they're not being themselves, they're just disappearing into the background. They could be anyone. You could slip in any single slide to that, Instagram. It could be any of these, young ladies and they're interchangeable. So be authentic, be yourself, let the world see who you are. And that will bring your value, your relevance. Thank you guys for letting me be a guest on here today. We have Coach Myra, so I'm going to hand it over to her. Thanks for letting me kick this off. I wasn't sure when you were going to be here, so I just went ahead and got started, but I'm so glad you're here with us right now.
Hey, thank you, Andrea. Always good to see your smiling face every single morning. Hey, how's everybody this morning? Okay, great to see everybody. Y'all are the sunshine of my life every morning. Relevance, connected or related to a current situation. We all work in some capacity and we also want to remain relevant in our occupation. Andrea hit on that. And so I'm going to give you just very briefly, I'm going to give you 9 tips that can help us remain connected. She mentioned technology. Technology it's here to stay. So in order for us to stay relevant in whatever it is in our job or our business and what we're doing, we have to know how to utilize all of these tools. And obviously we want to utilize them in the proper perspective, in the proper way that's going to help us even be more relevant. Second one, we need to go to seminars. We need to go to this event that Coach Palmer's putting out there for us. We need to go to meetings. We need to learn as much as we possibly can about what is important in our target area. Number 3, we must know everything, whatever job you're in, we must know everything that's going on in our industry. Don't be intimidated by progressive information. That happens to us. It happens to me every day. Don't be intimidated by it. We also need to work to understand our prospective clients, our clients, and what do they need? What do they need? We need to understand that. We need to also, in all of our worlds, whether it's coaching, whether it's network marketing, whether it's ministry, whatever it is that you are involved in, we have to follow and read what the competitor is doing and learn what is being successful for them. We do want to remain relevant, but we don't want to get behind either. We don't want somebody to beat us to the punch on something. So we got to really research that as well. Okay, we got to connect socially. some of us don't want to do that sometimes, but we really have to. We have to we have to connect socially and do it as much as possible. Number 7, every single person on here has something that they're really, really good at. Okay, I'm just immediately look right here. Okay, Ant, crap, he can do anything. So he's good at everything. Rick, he's a great drummer. You know, I could go on and on and on and talk about everybody. But you know, we become an expert in our area. That's what we are. We can't be experts in everything though, but focus upon what you're really, really good at and know everything that you possibly can about that area, because guess what? Somebody is watching you. They may not be asking, but I can promise you they're watching to try to learn from you, especially if it is very obvious that you're successful. Always look to progress and grow. See the big picture at all times. I talk about that a lot on this on the morning coaches corner. In order to stay relevant and be relevant, we have to see the big picture at all times. We also have to work to enhance our communication skills. In order to be relevant in anything, guess what, y'all? We have to be able to communicate. We have to. So I want to end with this. Mark Benoff said, staying relevant is key. When you're telling your story, you better have a modern story to tell. If I was still saying the same story I was saying 10 years ago, it would not be that interesting. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So let's be relevant today. Let's continue to grow, and let's continue to encourage one another. And again, thank you, Andrea, for coming in here and tag teaming with me. It's always a joy to see you. I know you are a behind the camera person, but it's always a joy to see your smiling face, and it's always a blessing to join y'all every morning. Love y'all. Everybody have a great day. Hey,